Yeah, one thing that you just noted, I think, is really important in terms of building a winning culture and making sure that the players that are coming into the program build on that culture is the 10 state championship games played by the players coming in from just from the state of Georgia. But I think Kirby Smart also noted that if you take the entire class uh, total, that they played in 17 state championship games. So these kids are used to playing winning football, used to winning, used to striving and knowing what it takes to win a championship. The other thing that strikes me when I go down the list is that basically Georgia football is so strong on the high school level. And then, of course, we know about Florida, maybe the best in the nation, along with California and Texas. It's kind of difficult to separate those three. But if you stay in Georgia, build a friends around Georgia, and you go to Florida for some of their top players and get them out of Florida, you're going to have a tremendous recruiting class. You're going to be in the top 5 to 10. With Luke Ford coming in as one of the best tight ends in the nation out of Illinois, I got to think, I haven't looked at his offer list, but I got to think that's when you know you got a national program, is when you go to Illinois, you're in Georgia, and you're probably taking a kid that was on the radar for, I'm guessing, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, teams and programs that are at the top of the line in the Midwest there, Oklahoma, those kind of schools, Nebraska, and you're being able to pluck him away and bring him into Athens as well.
I agree. The fact that they went to Illinois and snagged this 6'7", like 247-pound monstrous, like Gronk-like tight end impresses me. I mean, I'm used to Georgia picking up, the number one tight end in the state of Georgia from like Isaac Naldo a couple years back. Well, he was in Florida when he committed at IMG, but then you have John Fitzpatrick, who is one of the higher ranked tight ends in the state, but that's why I believe that the people that Greg McGarity hired Kirby Smart is his ability to make it a national program, not just one of the best in the Southeastern program or in the SEC East, but a national program. And this season alone, in year 2, Kirby Smart has proven himself going to Notre Dame and beating Notre Dame on like they did on that big of a stage, and then overcoming a loss against Auburn and coming in on an even bigger stage where it was the college football playoff on the line and just completely dominating a very, very strong Auburn team. It just shows how much the culture at Georgia football has changed. And I don't foresee it going back at all. And I think this is probably one of the least talented Georgia teams you'll see, and the rest of the entire United States will see in the next 5 years. I was reading comment after comment on Twitter yesterday about how Dabo Swinney and Kirby Smart are going to be 2 guys that just control football for the next probably 5 to 10 years. And I definitely think that's the way that's where Georgia wanted to go. And I think that's ultimately why Georgia decided on Kirby Smart.